is going on, dudes? How you guys doing? I am TheeRealDuke, and welcome to episode 15 of my Infinite Heights Minecraft Survival Multiplayer Let's Play series. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing alright. Hope you guys had a great weekend and are ready for a great week. Christmas Day is around the corner. It's coming. It's coming. Are you ready for it? If that's not your thing, forget I said that, and I hope you have a great day anyway. So right now, what we're doing is a great cold season if you're in the northern hemisphere, or a great summer if you're in the southern hemisphere. You know, I wish the best for you no matter what you believe. Anyway, so I'm up here on the top of this, the pagoda that we built last episode. I added some details to it. I'm noticing right now that as I'm up here that I'm missing some details. Like, I just kind of recreated exactly what we had going down the side. I need to actually carry this idea up to the pinnacle, and that should be coming out of... These should be coming out of stone brick, not wood. But anyway, so we finished this up. I'm going to drop down and show you what changes we made here. You can see also the fortress that we were working on, the front part of it, like the dojo area, kind of the outdoors area. I got some stuff going up there. There's a little dealie here. I did a little bit of this, and then Trex, I want to fly down here and show you this. Tex is working on this down here. I punched a hole through there, which I showed you guys last episode, and over through there as well. So he was like, you know, what, are you going to connect those into a pond and put a bridge over? And I was like, yeah, it was. Anyway, so we decided to do that, and it looks awesome. I just got to build the bridge. So what are we going to do today? We're going to do bridge, the big tree I mentioned from before, the new thing I started. Where is it? Right there, that new thing. This, what are we gonna do? Today I'd like to actually work on this and get this going here, because I have a cool idea for this that I want to show you guys. And we're actually going to, so I'm gonna build a roof on this, and it's gonna be like a, it's hard to describe. It's gonna have an umbrella kind of quality to it. It's gonna be open, but there's gonna be a roof on it. It's hard to explain. I built something a long time ago. I'm gonna use a similar style roof to when I built that. I gotta dig that up and show you guys that, 'cause it's pretty sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna bring in a little bit of a Tibetan monastery vibe to this stuff here, and carry that up to the roof, or up to the top of this, and then we're gonna build like a little, I'm just gonna carve a little pathway like we have going around, like we do. I'm just gonna carve it like right along the edge to get down to there. Then we're gonna have like a bunch of floors in there. It's gonna be sweet. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. Unless something comes out. I don't know. Hey, that's what we're going to try to do. So for right now, let me show you how I finished up the bottom here. I just added some buttons for detailing. I have those big supports. We did a little jazz underneath. A couple of 2, 3, 30 buttons around. It's very, very simple finish. We kind of carried the idea of how the corners upturn a little bit. Kind of carried that down around the edges. From below, it looks, at first it looks a little bit, I don't know, it looks a little bit more, like from down here, it looks a little bit more aggressive, but as pagodas are Buddhist structures, one of the symbols of Buddhism is a lotus, and they also kind of, it's a little bit more obscure, and maybe you don't really get that when you look at it right away, but these shapes also reference the lotus petals. And the lotus blossom, which again is a symbol of that. So I think it fits. I think it looks cool, whether you get it or not. I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm pleased with the way it came out. I had just, you know, little zazz by the windows, put some fence in, you know. Anyway, so that's done. Path to it is complete. We have a little thing to build up here. First things first, I'm gonna get to building this rooftop here. I'm gonna lay a little bit of it out to give you guys an idea, and then I'll bring you guys back in when I think it'll make a little bit more sense. Cool. Alright, so I have a little bit of it laid out here, and we're gonna do a little something here to finish it off, because it's gonna look weird if it's just like broken abruptly there, but here's what I'm talking about, right? So we're gonna run this bead in this fashion, and I'll figure out how I'm gonna round it there, but so this. Nope. Wrong. I missed. Here. And then on the inside part, we're going to put some jazz like that, right? So the top line is outlined, right? Top line's outlined, and then it's going to somehow, again, I'll figure this out, but probably something like that. It'll kick in here, and then it's going to have to kick in again here so that it can be rounded, probably like this. Yeah. All right, so like that. Yeah. And then this will come down like this, and then this will be filled in with oak. It'll be filled in with oak, and I won't make 100 mistakes all over. I freaking hate roofs. You know I hate roofs. You know I hate doing that. All right. Like that, and again, we're gonna have some jazz here. Now, don't forget, all this is gonna be open in here. This is gonna be open to the sky, in here. I'm gonna figure out how to finish off these things on the interior here because we don't want any orange exposed. But so that's what we're gonna do, and then there's gonna be the inside layer, right? And then again, like this court here, this courtyard area is gonna be open to the sky. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bang this out real quick, and then we will get started on this structure. Should be pretty quick. All right. So it's like, I don't know, I want to say like 95% done. It's got that open strip down the middle, and then it's kind of curved as it's coming around to match the profile of the thing below. Let's take a look at it from down here. So from the path, you can see we are carrying the shape of the mountain here from our viewing platform. Let's go take a look. This is like walking the path sometimes. I don't know. It's cool. From the viewing platform, that still rises up in the mist, and then this is featured in the front. And it looks... This is not necessarily as Tibetan style as this thing is going to be, but the kinds of filigrees that Tibetan monasteries typically have on them are a little bit more ostentatious than the more simplified Japanese designs that we've been using thus far. Not necessarily all, but than the ones currently that we have been using. So I'm gonna grab some materials for this. Actually, let's fly around in here. I'll show you a little bit of a close-up. So we're down in here. It's lit up. It looks cool at night. It happens to be daytime now, which is safer for me to show you around for now. But it looks cooler at night. It's cool to see kind of the open sky. You can see the moon and stuff, which is pretty neat. And there's kind of just enough light down here. I just threw a bunch of buttons on all the joints. I capped off the ends with this for now. Tibetan-style monasteries run the gamut from fortress-like and austere to incredibly ornate and magnificent. And so I added a little bit of zazz in here, but I want to make this structure here, which I'll show you guys in a second, which I'll start on in a minute. I want to make that first and then make that look right, and then we'll come back to this and then adjust the amount of ornateness. Ornament. We'll adjust the amount of ornament on this to match that so that they look good together. But we're going to be using these materials to build this up. So I'm going to go collect those, and then I'll get a little bit of an outline done for you guys, and then I'll bring you guys back in and show you what I'm talking about. Be right back. Okay, so I have a pretty good base foundation there. It's boxy. The style of monastery that I'm trying to go for here is a boxy build. We're going to add some zazz to it like we do, though. So it's not going to be stale boxy. So a couple things. We can see, again, the theme is working with the environment that we have and working with the landscape. And we can see that the slope of this mountain kind of goes back and up like this. You know, like if it was a mountain. And if I built this, this kind of tower structure straight up, you can see by the time it hits the top of the mountain, it is freaking, it's kicked way the heck out there, right? And it would be obstructing everything over there. Now there is no vantage point from here that would, you know, that people would have normally under normal conditions unless they were flying, so that would block them, right? But on top of here, this would be a vantage point, perhaps. Or, you know, walking along this path that I have down here. So, from here, it looks like we're going to have to fit it in. If we're going to go with the flow of the mountain that's already there, we're going to have to fit it in this kind of a shape, right? So what we're going to do is, what I have here is built out one floor. So, this 1, 2, 3, 4 is one floor, okay? So then it's going to go, it would normally, if we were building the tower up, it would go like this, right? And then another one, and then I happen to, let's make some more quartz here. Oops. I happen to have that layer like that, and then that'll be a floor, right? And then we keep going up if it was a regular tower, but that's not what it's going to be. So what we're going to do is, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right here, we're actually going to kick it in one. Only on the front. We're not going to squeeze the sides in too, just on the front. So check it out. I don't know why I put down these double slabs here, but okay. So, and this double slab. Get back here. All right. So, double slabs will go on the sides. Oops. Double slabs will go on the sides. So then we'll kick this back one. Okay, like that, and then we'll go up from there. Oh, that's another floor, so we're gonna kick it in. This should actually be in one here also. Excuse me. So up here, we kick it in. Okay, you see what I'm talking about here? So, long story short, from here to the top of the tower, which ends up being here, so that we can have a floor or two exposed up top, so that there's something you walk to instead of just the roof. There's 28 blocks, which divided by 4 is 7, if math serves. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is where the front face will be. And that is, I mean, you can kind of get an idea of that angle. It's a much better angle than this. It's gonna look cool, kind of slick back into the mountain like that. So I'm gonna go get this together. There's a lot of detail to go around this that we need to work out, but I'm gonna get the basic shape and then I'll bring you guys back so you can see the slant. It's gonna be sweat. Okay, so there it is. Let's actually look at it from this angle real quick so you can see how it works with the rest of the stuff that we got. So you can just see it peeking through in the middle right there, and it's going to have a roof on it that's going to have this same general shape to it. It's not going to be exactly in this Japanese style that we've been doing. It's going to be similar, fairly similar. I think the best views, and I had to rebuild part of it, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get over here. I think the best views from it are from that block right there. Right, I'm just gonna J my way over. I think these are the best views from of it, and you'll notice that this actually, it looks like this edge, you would have had to be paying very close attention the last clip, but it looks like this is maybe sticking out a little bit farther. What actually happened was this was 3 blocks forward more, so it would have been like 1 is there, 2, 3. It was almost. What I'm talking about is the back edge here. Obviously, it's 1, 2, 3 was the front, but the back edge came almost to the front here, and it blocked off so much of the pagoda. I was like, you know what we should do? Just slide it back 2 spots. And I did some. I had to terraform a little bit in here, and then I moved it back 2 spots. And then I was like, you know what? While we're here, I built the first floor, and I was like, while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and kick it back 1 more block. I tore the first floor back down, and then put the facade back up. Kicked in 3 more blocks, and I think it looks pretty good. And also, like, you'll notice it fits in with the flow of the shapes of the mountain. It doesn't stick out and look crazy. Like, it complements the shape of the mountain. It's something that we've been focusing on big time here. And these, you know, these views kind of, and then when this gets a roof on, it's going to be good. These views kind of accentuate, or the buildings accentuate the views, which is how I think it should be for this build. So, anyway, what else do we have left to do here? Well, we got to get, I didn't have time because I had to rebuild the front. I didn't get time to build that path over to the bottom, and I may do like a courtyard viewing platform kind of thing, projection kind of coming out of the bottom here, to provide views of the coolness that's about to be down here. But we're going to cut in a lot of windows, kind of a lot of windows, like 1, 2, 3, 4 windows per floor, and then on the front face, and then on this face probably, like, I kind of like the idea of putting a window here, but probably will come in 2 so that the window doesn't read as too much of a part of whatever this edge is doing. So probably come in 2, and then windows, 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 and then just skip 1 over into the side. So that, we're going to have to zazz it up somehow because it's a little too plain. But that will be for next time. That is it for this episode. Thank you, dudes, so much for taking a second to check this out. I do genuinely appreciate it, so thank you. Next episode is going to be awesome, so I hope you guys take a second to check that out too. I will catch you guys next time. TheeRealDuke, and I'm out.